Test, 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 test. Test, test. Hey, good morning. It's 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and it is 12/10/2018 here. We're coming to you live from Ellijay, Georgia, North Georgia, and we have Pickens County is closed today. The schools are closed in Pickens County. All Pickens County government offices, including the courthouse, is closed. Gilmer County's on a 2-hour delay, and Fannin County's on a 2-hour delay. Not for sure about Union. I hadn't checked that out, but those are on 2-hour delays. Fannin and Gilmer and Pickens is closed. A lot of the higher elevations, I'm suspecting, have ice and areas that are concerning to some people getting school buses out to. So a 2-hour delay at least to make sure that the bus drivers are in daylight picking your little youngsters up. So 8:01 Monday morning. Let's see, where do I start? Do you remember the last unindicted co-conspirator? The last unindicted co-conspirator. That is your question starting out this morning. And we're going to get to that in a minute. The last unindicted co-conspirator. If you'd like to be a part of the show, 706-889-9700. You can text me. It's right here. Right here on the desk. I get the text messages live. 706-889-9700. And trying to bring up some pictures here, Josh. Where are my pics? Hold on. Give me just a second. And then you can also email me. There they are. Okay. You can email me, chief@fetronews.com. And while I was looking for my pictures, you were able to see all the social media ways you can follow us. The last unindicted co-conspirator, and I said it on the show, I said they will not stop. I said a long time ago, they will not stop until this night. Okay, this night. Do you have number 69? Number 69, this night. This is Richard Milhous Nixon. President Nixon's 1973 speech on Watergate. Okay? You think this is the night he resigns, I'm pretty sure. He's an unindicted co-conspirator to Watergate. I said years ago, going back, Mueller's investigation's 2 years old. If we go back 2 years in the tape on this show, I said they won't stop until they get this moment. Now, there's something before we get deeper into the show I want you to remember. There's a couple questions I want to ask you, and not to be discouraging this morning, not to be disheartening, because so many of us are confused, okay? I'm serious, we are. I had the opportunity to have dinner Saturday night with an Army Ranger, a retired Army Ranger, served in Vietnam, Grenada, went after Noriega, was called up to go after Noriega, got to eat dinner with a Vietnam vet Army Ranger. And you're not the only one. People are confused on how this investigation is zeroed in on Trump and Russia and Putin and collusion and one thing after another when everything else is just totally missed. But the one thing I want you to think about before we go much further, and not trying to be disheartening right around Christmas here for those of you that have hope, don't forget it's the Republicans that appointed Robert Mueller. It's the Republicans that allowed that to happen. It's the Republicans that funded the office for Robert Mueller. It's the Republicans that are paying the bills. Well, you are. They're authorizing paying the bills to Robert Mueller. So every time a Republican comes out and says it's a Russian witch hunt, which you don't hear them say that often, and only certain Republicans do. And you see far and few in between of Republicans going what I call full-throated after saying they are upset and disagree wholeheartedly, okay? The Democrats seem to think they know what Mueller's going to release, but they're going for the throat. Republicans seem to want to continue to wait to see what results Mueller's investigation may have. And you're sitting there watching, it don't matter who you're watching, Fox, MSNBC, CNN. Now after Cohen, don't forget, Cohen was what, 10 charges, if you remember. I don't have them in front of me. But don't forget, only 2 of those charges related, okay? Maybe Mueller redacted things relating to other charges that did not pertain to the Russian investigation. Maybe that's what he redacted. You gotta see, there was about 10 different charges that they had Cohen on, that Cohen pleaded guilty. He didn't just plead guilty to, meeting with a Russian and talking about a hotel in Moscow. That's not the only thing. So maybe in the redacted area has something to do with the other 10 charges or 8 charges that have nothing to do to pertain to Trump. But the one thing, that's irrelevant. Cohen, I know what you're saying. Cohen's testimonies or his plea deal is not irrelevant. Look at what's happening. What I'm saying is, don't forget, the hope that you have out there is dwindling. I know, you're upset. You want to know, people say, well, why does Donald Trump keep tweeting out? He's the only fighter, he's the only fighter he has. He's fighting for himself and you. So if you're the one out there wondering why they want a Nixon moment with Donald Trump, you're wondering why we can't indict, why you are blown away that a special counsel does not have charges that they're bringing before the Southern District. I'm just replacing the people against Abedin. Okay? You can't figure out why the Southern District is bringing a special counsel is appointed for Trump and not Clinton and Peter Strzok and Abedin. You can't figure out why Republicans held back on appointing a second special counsel when they were full-throated. They were all ready to be open, have open government, and feel, you know what, maybe we do need a special counsel that will shut them up. No, they knew that. My thing this morning is, remember, with all the impeach, don't forget it was Republican, because the Republican Senate liked Mueller so much. Why does Jeff Flake continue to want a protection bill for Mueller, and then it gets followed up by, what's his name saying, Mitch McConnell saying there's no need for a solution to a problem that's not there. Meaning, we're not going to take Mueller away. We're the ones that put him in place. There's several of us that may come up here and pretend as hard Republicans that we support the President of the United States. But the President of the United States disrupted everything we're trying to do. Just remember, Republicans appointed Mueller. Republicans agreed there should have been and I'm going somewhere with this. Republicans agreed that there should be a special investigator to look into this because there was nothing there and it wouldn't take but a matter of time and we'd be able to show there was nothing there. But it was Republicans that agreed with Democrats. You got it? It was Republicans that agreed with Democrats that a special counsel be put in place. It's Republicans supposed to be in charge. Do you think Democrats will agree with Republicans because they're in charge in the House? Absolutely not. The only thing I want to say, and we'll get a little further, we'll talk about this a little more as the show opens up. Republicans agreed with Democrats that there should be a special counsel. Are you ready for the Republicans that may agree with Democrats that there should be a little further look into impeachment? I don't know. There was Republicans that agreed with Democrats in 1973, folks, on Richard Nixon. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, there's a couple things the president has to fight for himself sometimes. I want to go over a couple things before we take our first break. Here is number 70. You can't pass up a box of rocks, okay? Number 70, the President of the United States. Mike Pompeo is doing a great job. I'm very proud of him. His predecessor, Rex Tillerson, didn't have the mental capacity needed. He is dumb as a rock. Dumb as a rock. I said box of rocks. Okay. He is dumb as a rock, and I couldn't get rid of him fast enough. It was lazy as hell. Now it is a whole new ball game. Great spirit at State Department. Rex Tillerson. Remember out there, okay, go back in the Wayback Machine, and I do have tape, that when the president was picking his cabinet, and Bob Gates was taking Rex Tillerson up the elevator there in the golden elevator at Trump Tower, okay, I opposed Tillerson's appointment, all right? Totally opposed it. And Trump gave them a chance. So Rex Tillerson out there talking bad about the president being dumb not reading, trying to break the law, him having to tell him all the time, Mr. President, you're about to break the law. Now, let me go over this before we take our first break, and this is the Fannin County. For some of you, you've seen it in the national news, and I just want to highlight some things. Okay, go to 65, I think it is. Is it 65, the first one there? Yeah, go to 65. We were in the courtroom. So last Thursday and Friday, 4. Okay, I'm going to give you a heads up. In the murder of these are the first two. In the murder of Justin McKinney, okay, 33-year-old Justin McKinney. The first two in court, Blake Dickey, a.k.a. Blake Dye, all right, and the second one there, I had the second one here. Where's his name? Hunter Nicholas Hill, the second one there. So Dye or Dickey and Hill were the first two in court. I was in the courtroom Thursday for their first appearance. Judge Brenda Weaver made it very clear to them what their charges, what they're facing, malicious felony murder, meaning they had intent to go do what they did. Because they are 15 years old, they will not face the possibility of the death penalty. You have to be 17, I think, in Georgia, 17 or older, to be charged with the death penalty. But what they're being charged with, both of them, are malicious felony, and that is life without parole. So there's the two of them. That's Thursday. And then Friday, there was two more. And here we go into court. There's number 65 and 66 and 67, and then there's 66. I was in the courtroom. Give me 66, 67, and 68. Just as there you go, 66, and it's 7 and 8. And then on Friday, there were two more arrests for the same murder of Justin McKinney. And the 15-year-old Dalton Levi Manuel, he's 16 years old. Also known as the driver, okay, you've been looking for the driver to this, where he was murdered. Dalton Levi Emanuel is 15. I'm sorry. Dalton Levi Emanuel is 15. The 16-year-old is Lakota Ricky Clower. and he is the 16. He is the driver. They were arrested and on Thursday, and they came in for first appearance Friday. So there's 4 right now in this case. Now Judge Weaver asked, they're all staying in juvenile detention centers. And when people ask why in juvenile detention centers and their superior court, and why are we allowed in there? Because they're being charged as adults. If you're being charged through superior court, you're being charged as an adult, and that means we are allowed in the courtroom, and you're facing charges. These 2 are also facing, one is facing the charge of malicious murder, felony murder, and the other one is, the charge is not the same on the other one. And let's see, I got to get back to that. The charge is not the same on the 16-year-old that is the driver. Trying to find out where that's at. The driver's not charged with the same thing. But that being said, Judge Weaver asked the district attorney, B. Allison Sosby, if there would be any more first appearances, because she needed to know for scheduling if there'd be any more first appearances, meaning are there any more to be arrested in this murder of Justin McKinney, 33 years old, of Morganton. And the district attorney said that she chose not to comment at this time. She wasn't able to answer that question. The investigation is ongoing. There's a lead to believe, and I want to put it like that, we're led to believe that there may be more arrests. So we're waiting to hear that, if there's going to be any more first appearances and any more arrests in this case. I just want to say something before we go to break and get back. You can read both of these stories. There's 3 stories. There's the GBI. There's the 2 accounts in the courtroom from Natalie Kissel, our reporter. I was in the courtroom, both of them. We also videoed these so you can see them. And that being said, our company, FetcherNews.com, will not try this case in the media. Meaning, yes, there is a lot of chatter out there. There's a lot of people, you're saying to yourself, you could read all the articles and say, well, you have not covered the drug aspect in this, or you have not brought up some of the other things. We're going to respect the investigation here, and we're not going to try the case in the media, but as soon as we know all the arrests are made, once all the arrests are made, we will highlight some other things in the case that we feel we're aware of, and we have access to, that we haven't put out there yet, that surround possible drugs involved, surround possible a lot of other things where this case is concerned. So you can read that on FetcherNews.com. Click on Fannin County, and you can read everything about this case. We're going to take a brief break. We're going to come back. Did you know there was an Army-Navy game this weekend, and the president was there to salute the troops and the players? Be there for the players. Maybe you didn't, because the media only knows the word impeach. So we're going to come back, talk about that, and there's a lot more. Like I said when we opened up, don't forget, Republicans were in charge. Just saying. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in...
Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Sorry for the extended delay there. Just trying to make sure some things are working on our side here. I have a note out to somebody. Hey, Josh. Okay, I'm gonna have somebody call in. You're not gonna be able to get up a pick this quick. Okay. Um, um, this guest, take me to card really quick, okay? Stay with us. We're gonna have a guest. We're gonna have a guest that just texted me and said they can call in. All right. So take me to card so I can give you the phone for calling in. Okay. Hey, folks, we're back. I tell you why. I was trying to get somebody because, I've about had it with Republicans, might I say. And when this individual comes on, we're going to talk about Republican Party. And that's what I want to talk about is the Republican Party. This individual was a delegate for Donald Trump at the convention, a GOP chairperson of a big county, large county. Is it called in yet? Was that a thumbs up that I got? Oh, okay. And when the individual calls in, I want number 11 up while we're talking, okay? All right, so yes, I started out the show asking you to remember, okay? It was Republicans, okay, that felt that we should have Mueller, we should have the special counsel. Sadly to say, we can't blame this on the Democrats. They were not in charge. Democrats were not in charge when Robert Mueller was appointed. Okay, so as soon as Josh gives me the high sign to that our caller is supposed to be at 8:30 has called in, which is right around now, we'll let you know. Okay, all right, we're going to do a sound check and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. 10 seconds. Plug me in. Okay, folks, we're back, and I'm joined now, and I was trying to get this individual on the air earlier with Lee Snover from Northampton County, Pennsylvania. Lee, how are you today?
Doing good.
Okay, I want you to come back. We have President Trump there on the screen as we're talking to you this morning, and I wanted to try to get you on for a couple different reasons. Let's start with this. You volunteer coordinator for the president in Eastern Pennsylvania during the campaign, a delegate to the convention. Do you still support the president of the United States the same way as when you campaigned for him and when you cast your vote as a delegate to the Electoral College?
Absolutely. More than ever. I'm ready to go again. This is the greatest president in my lifetime.
Okay, but why? I mean, now let me get this straight. Let me get this straight so people know why I wanted to talk to you. Because one, we hear the other media, MSNBC or whatever they're called, CNN. We hear them talk about the losing Republican support, losing supporters, and so you did work in Eastern Pennsylvania as a volunteer coordinator for the then candidate Donald J. Trump. You went to the convention as a delegate and you cast your vote. Are you still the chairperson for the Northampton County Republican Party?
Yes.
And,
yes.
And how how many people, population-wise, is in your county that the Republicans try to bring in, that you're trying to bring in?
Well, our overall voters in our county are 209,000. That's how many people go to the polls when we have an election. Between 200 and 300,000 people vote in our county.
All right, now I want to call it the let's not bury our head in the sand now. Charlie Dent retired, which was no better than having a Democrat in your district before, but the reality is your district is one of the ones they consider flipping. What is going on in your area? Because you did bring in Northampton County, or you and the volunteers that work with you, but many of you, what I want to say is you guys did bring in Northampton County for President Trump in the first election. You are unequivocally still supporting him, but what about people in your area? How do they see things, and what's changing out there that we should be aware of?
Well, I think when it comes to the president, there's not a lot changing. I think his supporters are in lockstep for him, and they're not buying into what's happening out there. However, I need you to understand Northampton County is a D+13 district. Think about that for a minute. We are a Democrat +13 in registration. When we wake up on Election Day, we're losing by 22,000 votes the day the polls open, and we can win Republican elections because we have been very true to the people. We give the people the truth. We're very good at giving out comparison pieces and getting the message out, and we win for Republicans. And this last cycle was a bad cycle for Pennsylvania, a horrible cycle. The Democrats brought in so much outside money. They spent $5 million in our county. Really tough cycle. And but we only lost by 6 points. And considering we're a D+13 county, that's not the end of the world. And I have peace about it because we're going to be back strong in 2020, and we're going to win for the president.
All right, now let me fast forward up there. You got 200 and some thousand voters. One of the reasons I wanted to talk to you. Hey, we're in Gilmer County here. We have a county of about 28,000 total population. You have 200 and some thousand voters, registered voters. And I wanted to get to a big Northeast area that is, like you said, a D+13, and what it's going to be like to get Donald Trump over the finish line in 2020. But as a chair of a Republican Party in a big county, this stuff with impeachment and so on and so forth, how about the Republicans standing up for him? I mean, we got to remember Robert Mueller is not special counsel unless Republicans agreed to let it happen. I mean, what say you as a Republican?
What say me is, you know what, with these never-Trumpers, that's why you got to cut the head off the snake, because it comes back. And I just think they're waiting to jump on Trump. And I'll tell you what, they better be very careful. This could be very detrimental to the Republican Party, because Obama and Hillary broke the same exact laws. This is campaign finance, folks. This isn't anything about Russia, anything about collusion. It's campaign finance. And a lot of candidates violate campaign finance, and they pay a fine. But because it's Trump, and we're holding Trump to a different standard, they want to prosecute him. It's ridiculous. And I'm telling you what you need to ask for Christmas. You ask for a yellow jacket, because if they indict our president and they try to impeach our president, we're going to rise up because we're sick of it. We have a great president, and we need to stand behind him.
Okay, a couple things real quick. Let's change the tone a little. All right, this is a picture here I have on the screen. You're not able to see it, and it is the President of the United States at the airfield there in Philadelphia for the Army-Navy game. You were able to, and again, thank you very much for all the great pictures. I am going to show them to the audience when we get off, but you were able to be there Saturday. How close are you guys in being able to greet and meet the president Saturday?
It was awesome. He came right up and greeted it. It was only like 30 families that were invited. You know, they wanted to keep it small because he was in a hurry to get to the Army-Navy game. So he didn't have it wasn't time for 500 people in a rally. So it was just 30 families. And, you know, it was great. I mean, he takes the time. He shakes everybody's hand. He smiles and welcomes everyone. He's very down to earth. I mean, they just will not paint the right picture of him for you. I mean, even the Secret Service will say, you know, we never can predict presidents. Sometimes they get off the plane and wave and just leave. So when he gets here, we have no idea what he's going to do. But he came right over and started greeting the families, getting photos, you know, and it's just awesome. It's awesome. I mean, it's, you know, seeing Air Force One and seeing the car he rides in and, you know, just the way he comes right over to you. He's very fearless. You know what I mean? He really is opening. He's very open to people. And I know he believes in Pennsylvania. He's going to be spending a great deal amount of time here because he's got to win Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania might be the #1 battleground state in 2020. Right. Here's where I know exactly who we need to hold on to. Here's where we need help. Republican suburban women, okay? Now, these aren't rural. We're not talking rural where you live. These are people, they're about 6 to 7 miles outside of cities, outside of Easton, outside of Allentown, outside of Bethlehem. The suburban Republican women are who we're losing, okay? And that is the target. That's who we need back. That's who we need on board. That's who we need to get.
All right. Well, you're a suburban Republican woman, and I know you have your finger on that. On that. So what do we have to do? Why are we losing in that area? What do we have to do? And what's their concern to get their vote back? What do you think?
Well, one of the things is we need to let them know it's okay to support Trump. People get this ugly feeling like, oh, you know, nobody likes him, the press is against him. You know, people in Pennsylvania, it's a really odd place. They do not go for the underdog. They like to be on the winning team here. It's a different dynamic. So we need them to know it's okay to vote for the president. Number two, we need to convince them about security. He's keeping the country safe, and we need to convince them that, you know, illegal immigration is not safe for them and their children. So we need to convince them of that. Safety, security, and it's okay to like this president. It's okay to vote for this president. The Democrats have made these Republican elite women, educated Republican women, you know, that go to freaking card games during the day and are watching A&E during the day. We need to convince them it's okay to support the president. So that's where we're at on it, but that is who we're losing. In the last 2018 midterm, we've done the studies, and the townships right outside of the cities that typically vote Republican are where we lost the election.
Okay, you know, just a couple more things. You got an opinion on a new chief of staff and Kelly leaving. You got an opinion on the recent discussion on impeachment and what's going on and what will happen in the next 2 years. What is some of your opinions on what's taking place with the chief of staff and the recent comments that Trump may be impeached or bring articles of impeachment against him?
Well, here's the thing. Trump doesn't have to be impeached. It's only if the Republicans fall for this scheme. I mean, we have bigger criminals with Hillary and Obama and Comey. It's only if the Republicans flip, join in, and fall for this. It's a gimmick. And the only way he gets indicted and impeached is the Republicans go along. If they stand firm and they get out there on the news media and stop being cowards and stop being afraid and stand up to MSM and tell them the truth, you know what I mean, that he should not be impeached. There's no law breaking here. This should just be a fine like everybody else. If the Republicans stand with him, we will be fine. If the Republicans cave, we have a major problem, and that's where it's going to be. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm happy with Mark Meadows as chief of staff. I think he's in a congressional district that's safe, that we could afford to take him out of that district and replace him with another Republican. And that will show the Republicans that we're standing firm in our conservative values with the Freedom Caucus if we bring somebody like that on board.
Well, I just want to let you know so you can add it to the list, and I don't want to use I don't want to. I want you to keep the pressure on in Pennsylvania. That now with Gerard Nadler out of New York yelling impeachable offense, in which what a lot of people do not pay attention to is the House Judiciary Committee is where articles impeachment start and the hearing would take place. I want to let you and your friends know, and we need to get this out, is the ranking Republican now, defender of Trump, is the 9th Congressional District of Georgia, Congressman Doug Collins, my congressman. And I had Congressman Collins on here last week on this show, and I got video where I said, hey, Nadler and them are going to want to bring impeachment charges. What are you guys going to do? So I want you guys to know that, maybe you can help us here in Georgia. We need to get the word out that Congressman Doug Collins in the 9th District here in Georgia, the pressure needs to be maintained to defend our president because he is now the ranking Republican that has to go up against Nadler. So,
well, you know what? I mean, the whole 2018 midterm was about impeachment, and we just didn't get the word out. And the Democrats, here's what they're better than us at. And I'm going to tell you guys, wake up Republicans. They have a better long game. They have a better long-term game. They were after Pennsylvania a couple years ago working on this redistricting, and we were asleep at the wheel. Next thing you know, they've taken over the Congress. Okay? They're coming to every state. Don't think that it can't happen in your state. They have a long game. They're better at long-term planning, and they're out to take this country over, and it's pure evil. It's coming from pure evil. They want control. It's a world control, and that's what's happening. And I don't know if you're paying attention to what's going on in France.
Yes.
But other countries are chanting, we want Trump. In the UK, they're chanting, we want Trump. In France, they're chanting, we want Trump. And what is America doing? We don't want Trump, and we want to impeach him. I mean, we're being blinded by evil, and evil is controlling the media.
So, Mike, there's two more things I got to let you go. My Christmas, I need to get a yellow jacket. Is that what you're saying? I got to get my yellow vest?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yellow vest for Christmas. You heard it here. And last, before we go, Winston. Let's drill this down to Winston. Winston is our nephew, folks. How excited was Winston to get to meet the president? And I've got a picture here in a minute when Lee leaves. How excited was Winston to meet the president of the United States yesterday?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was a thrill. Both of my sister's kids got to shake hands with the president of the United States. I mean, Reagan was president when I was in high school. I can't imagine ever getting to do that. It was just an awesome feeling. You know what? I know Reagan was a great president, and I know that. But here's the difference. Reagan never went through the turmoil that Trump is going through. He was never under this much adversity. So, I mean, that's what is astounding to me, how Trump keeps going and going and going. And every day he goes and does his job. But meeting him on Saturday was wonderful. And just thank God that he's in charge of our military and how proud we are of him at the Army-Navy game. The crowds were roaring in support of him. There weren't any boos.
So you were at the game also?
No, I didn't go to the game. I had some friends that went to the game.
Oh, okay.
I wimped out on the 22-degree temperature.
So you wimped out on a 22-degree temperature for the game,
yeah,
but some others did. And you say this was kind of private, only about 30 families invited here?
Yeah, yes, it was a private invite. And I'm very fortunate to be very close to the Republican leader in Pennsylvania, the state party leader, so I get invited to a lot of Trump events. But, yeah, I heard the Army-Navy game was so in favor of him. The crowd was just, they can't gauge the people. But I'll tell you what, if the elections were honest, we win every time. And I know we're going to win in 2020 if we have a fair election.
All right, we're going to let you go on that. We appreciate it. I wanted to hear your perspective from another area of the country and what Republicans thought at this time with 2 years coming up. Thank you very much. You have a nice day.
Merry Christmas, Georgia. Merry Christmas. Have a good day.
Okay, folks. In disclosure, in full disclosure, that is my sister, Lee Snover, and her and my other sister and her family were within the 30 families that were privately invited to meet the president before the Army-Navy game. Let's go through a list of pictures. Number one, Here is how close they were. Look at this. Is that not got, Josh, when you look at that, does that not have confidence? Like, does confidence not jump right out? This guy has confidence. He's coming off the plane. He comes over. Now, they were told when they got there, I do know this, that they did not know when the president got there if he would come over and say hello to the families, but he did. He got straight off the plane. Let's go to number 2. This is how close they were Saturday, meeting the president. Number 3. Again, this is at the airfield, right before the Army-Navy game. Number 4, slide through there, and there is a nice pick right there. Number 5, the United States of America. There's Air Force One. There's Trump walking away. Number 6, and here is number 7 coming off Air Force One. Number 8, we'll run through these very quickly, and I want to show you something. Now, number 9, it's interesting. Air Force One just shows up, okay? And this is my nephew. He's on his phone. He's in his chair waiting. I think Winston, his name's Winston, yes, named after a gun. Winston is 10 years old, okay? He's waiting for the president to come off Air Force One. Now, this is number 10, and I want to show you, okay? Because the top of this blue band starts with a T, and this is his Trump boggin, USA Trump boggin, and this is my 10-year-old nephew right there, Winston, getting to shake the President of the United States' hand. I'm really excited for him when to highlight him. Number 11, both of my nephews are right there in the mix. Both of my nephews are one's 16 and one is 10. And here is, we'll wrap up. I'm going to highlight him today. I love this little guy, and he is a big-time Trumper. Number 12, there's Winston, number 12, USA, and the top of that boggin says Trump, and that's the back of the hat you saw earlier. And here he is from the back, waiting to get to meet the president. Local boy there, Trump USA, got his hat on. And number 14, all excited there, getting to see the President of the United States at 10 years old. We're going to take a brief break. We're going to come down and break. We're going to come back and break all this down now. Impeachment, Republicans, what we have to do. You heard someone out of an area with 220-some thousand voters in their county in Pennsylvania that did go Trump last time. It's going to be tough. You heard firsthand about suburban white Republican women and losing that vote. We'll come back, break all that down on our show this morning. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
All right, folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. As I told you earlier this morning, we're going to now start breaking down. I would ask you, because we're not ignoring it, wow, is it going to be that bad here? Now, Macron, and this is not exactly the Republicans were never on the Trump ship, except for a very few. The majority should join the Democrat Party and be done with it. The gig is up. It is up, and I thank you for that. Someone else is typing a comment right now. But Macron, he's missing. He has not surfaced in several days. The president of France is the prime minister or president, whatever he has not surfaced in several days. Go to number 62. Do you have 62? All right. And this is what Lee is talking about, which to me, okay, get me 62. Just throw it up there when you get a chance. Paris, the Paris Climate Accord, okay, and the people in Paris, they work and get just enough to pay their tax. That's it. Okay? The European countries are dealing with now the people, no matter how hard they work, they talk about universal health care. You talk about all of these things. But they only, no matter how hard they work, all they could do, they have the elite. And you hear it here in this country. You have the mega elite in Europe. Or you have, that's all they can do, as hard as they work, just pay their tax. That's it. And they're in chaos in Paris. They've had it. And we'll talk about that. And as our guest said, they are chanting Trump in these European countries. Paris is in chaos. Now, these are the yellow shirts. They're calling them the yellow shirts, but they are yellow jackets that you can buy. And I'm telling you right now, we had somebody on this show that just encouraged people to get out and buy their yellow jackets. Just saying. Wasn't me, but we had somebody encourage all of you out there for Christmas. They won't talk about Macron is not coming out. Will not talk. All right? Let's go with... I want to bring up... Judge orders more fact-finding in Clinton email case. All right? Now, Comey came out of the meeting, and they're going to have Comey come back, and you still have Loretta Lynch coming. Okay? But Comey came out and he didn't answer anything, and he said, you know, they still want to know about Hillary's emails, all right? Like it's not a big deal. Judge ordered more fact-finding in Clinton email case. This is on 12/6. Nobody's talking about it. If you watched all of the morning shows yesterday, okay, out of 4 shows, not State of the Union, but I'm talking about Meet the Press, ABC with George Stephanopoulos this week with George Stephanopoulos, Chuck Todd, Meet the Press, CBS, Face the Nation, even Fox. Nobody covered Paris. Nobody. Okay? Except Face the Nation did a small segment, but nobody touched it. And also, nobody touched the fact that the judge ordered more fact-finding in Clinton email case. No one touched that. All right? The email controversy that dogged Hillary Clinton through much of 2016 presidential race could well be kicking around through the 2020 contest after a federal judge ordered additional fact-finding into whether Clinton's use of a private email system was a deliberate effort to thwart the Freedom of Information Act. Okay? Nobody's touching that. Now, I know a lot of you are studying out there, but the media is not touching that at all. Nowhere near. Where the real crime and the real criminals. They are running cover. I told you on Friday's show, every time if you go over and you take a list, or if you go on your computer and you take a list of everything the Clintons or anybody in the last administration in this country should be investigated, should be tried, should go to court for, they are running cover right underneath. Okay? Media's running cover. You don't see the media running cover, we have to expose it. Hillary's emails, right? Instead of it being a big deal that a judge, a federal judge, sided with Judicial Watch, go to Judicial Watch, read all of it, and is wanting to know why the Department of Justice, okay, is holding up. Oh yeah, these departments, Department of Justice, Department of State, all these departments are so corrupt. The corruption is so deep, we cannot cut through it. All right, so go there and read an email controversy that dogged Hillary Clinton through much of 2016 presidential race could well be kicking around through 2020 as a judge said, hey, I think they were trying to circumvent the Freedom of Information Act, right? That's what I think. Nobody's looking at it. Hillary's emails. Ivanka used a personal server. Doesn't matter what the issue is. They keep lining something else up. This morning, we all know that we want the answers to the and I don't know which ones you have in, Josh. Do you have, this is what they got out of Comey. 48, even Fox News, okay? Number 48, okay? They're not even running the narrative. They're getting more viewership out of what Comey said on number 48 and 49, okay? Comey suggests Trump could be a co-conspirator. 49, okay? Now, what is the deal with that? Comey suggests Trump could be a co-conspirator. You got to realize Comey got fired. Every legal scholar out there has come out and said that the President of the United States, you need to understand, was well within his right and did not break the law in firing James Comey. He did not. He did nothing wrong with firing James Comey, okay? But the firing of James Comey, which he should have, and he did, brought what? Special prosecutor, Robert Mueller, from who? Republicans. Don't forget that. Every time you get angry with Adam Schiff and Robert and Nadler, don't forget your special counsel came from Republicans that felt because of this move in firing James Comey from the deep state and this attack on the deep state, they needed to show their, put their best foot forward. Really? Okay, so let's go with that. Trump slams Comey, closed door testimony. Here's number 50. Put number 50 up there. Here's Robert Nadler, okay? Now, Nadler, we're going to get into that a little more, 50 and 51. But 50 right now, Trump slams Comey's closed-door testimony. This is the head of the judiciary. Now, the reason I'm putting this up is this is on Fox. You understand? Fox, MSNBC, and CNN are running this. Now, Fox tells it a different way. Fox tells it a different way to sensationalize it, to get conservatives riled up. But they do bring it to you, okay? Trump slams Comey's closed-door testimony. There's Gerald Nadler. Gerald Nadler is going to be the new chair of the House Judiciary Committee. I say it every day because watch. And here's Schiff, Adam Schiff, okay, from Face the Nation, number 51. Schiff says, okay, House Intelligence Committee, he is the one that's saying what? That the president may face jail time. May face jail time. 57 is on MSNBC, 3:08 a.m., which is actually Pacific time. I think this is 6 a.m. this morning. They come right out of the box. This is all they're talking. Andrew C. McCarthy, which Trump is likely, why Trump is likely to be indicted. The major takeaway from the 40-page sentencing memo filed by federal prosecutors Friday for Michael Cohen is this: the president is very likely to be indicted on a charge of violating campaign finance law. Folks, let's get this straight, and let's go to 58. Andrew C. McCarthy again. Why Trump is likely to be indicted. As we've just seen, it is a felony to cause another person to make an illegal contribution. Okay? Michael Cohen, which is a liar, he's been determined he is a liar. He's not going to be a very good witness. It's going to be hard to say he's a credible witness, okay? Said that Trump told him to make the payments. This has been already resolved in the John Edwards case. When John Edwards had a mistress, which they had a child, all right, the campaign finance was taken through the courts, and it's already been solved, okay? They're saying that Trump's people orchestrated Cohen's lying to Congress, that he knew about it and he orchestrated it. And now Cohen is saying, hey, he told me to make this illegal contribution. All right. 59. I want to line this up for a reason, because I've told you, go take every single thing they look at, and they are lining up their defense. The media is working overtime to try to line up the defense for the deep state. There's the acting attorney general and Jared Kushner. Okay? Now, Jared Kushner is someone that the media on a daily basis tells you that Jared Kushner is being looked at by Robert Mueller and is part of the investigation in the great famous Trump Tower meeting. Let's go to number 60. There you see Whitaker and Jared Kushner getting on Air Force One together, and one of the planes, I don't know if it is Air Force One, but they're getting on there together. The Loretta Lynch Bill Clinton meeting. I'm telling you right now, if you're not living in the dirtiest media time, the most lying, corrupt people in our media, you're living through that time right now. So James Comey had testimony. James Comey got fired. We got a special counsel, all right? Comey's calling him the President of the United States an unindicted co-conspirator, possible, right? But what is Loretta Lynch? What do we want to know? What do you and I want to know? We want to know, out on that tarmac in Arizona for 18 minutes, Bill Clinton boarded Loretta Lynch's plane. The Attorney General, right? Bill Clinton boarded Loretta Lynch's plane, stayed on that plane for 18 minutes. We know that. It's out there. But we do not know what took place in that 18 minutes with Bill Clinton and former Attorney General Loretta Lynch. Now, Loretta Lynch is set to testify, I think, the end of this week or first of next week or whatever, but she's set to testify, right? This is the media running cover of, wouldn't we like to know, the acting Attorney General and Jared Kushner's conversation. It doesn't matter what we are trying to look into, they are trying to get the opposite defense on everything, okay? Every single thing, they're trying to get the opposite defense. Because what do they want? Number 69, they don't stop and will not stop, all right, until they get number 69 right there. President Nixon, 1973 speech on Watergate. An unindicted co-conspirator. They want President Donald Trump to leave in the third year. Okay? They will put up so much pressure in this third year through the House That's the goal, that he can't take it anymore and he walks out. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back after these messages, and we're going to go through a complete list. We're just going to go through all my pictures this morning one at a time. And I'll give you a little highlight of why I took the picture. Nadler says, Nadler is the incoming chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, which drafts articles of impeachment. I say it here every day. We'll come back and talk about that right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, don't forget, we want you to find our, you can contact this show, 706-889-9700, chief@veterannews.com, and there are all the social media ways to find us. But don't forget, on Facebook Live, okay, immediately on Facebook Live, right after this show, find Team FYN Sports, Facebook Live. We're going to have instant replay with Dave Garner, and I'm going to I do know that, yes, there was a win. There's some kind of big soccer game down in Atlanta. I know something happened down there, and a lot of people showed up for this soccer game, and Atlanta won a championship and all this. I understand all that, okay? I'm with you. This is not the show, but I promise Dave Garner and Michael McKay will talk about soccer. I will defer to them, but stay tuned on that instant replay at 10 o'clock right after this show. Now, what we're looking at, we're going to go through my list of pictures. Some are kind of out of order. What I talk about here, if you're new to the show or you've never been around the show, is I get up at about 3:30 in the morning, and what I start looking at is the narrative that the media is going to try to play throughout the day. Now, I'm a believer in that the media has an attempt, and your life is a manipulation through all day long. There's an attempt. That's just me. There's an attempt. Every single thing you do is a manipulation all day long. There's outrage over Google and Facebook. There's jokes that if I think it, I get an ad on my phone. There is a manipulation on a daily basis in your life that takes place. And they start at 4 a.m., okay? They start at 4 a.m. That's when the news cycle drops for the course of the day. And they start working the narrative. Now, what they do is they work the narrative, all right? And then let's just say out there you're listening to old-fashioned radio and you're still tuning it in on the dial, which we don't do that anymore. I'll show my age here. You got to tune it in, hit the frequency, right? But let's just say you're listening to those old-fashioned radio stations, which some of you still do. And at the top of the hour, you get a news clip, okay? This is for anybody new to the show. This is what I really do and what I hate to say enjoy to do, but to watch this. So you get a top of the hour news clip from CNN, CBS, ABC, top of the hour, ABC News, and there's a 3-minute punch put in at the bottom of the hour and the top of the hour, whatever station you listen to, NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, Fox, but somebody puts that 3 minutes together. Where that 3 minutes is developed at 4 a.m. in the morning. No joke. They start running the narrative, and then subliminally, as you're driving to work, they get that little punch here and that little punch there. Now, here's the difference in 1973 and 2018. You and I can go research for ourselves to see what the truth actually is. But that's why I start taking screenshots at 4 in the morning and 5 in the morning to show you the direction that's going to go. Now, right out of the box, CNN, let's go with number 15, okay? And the very first thing at 5 a.m., it popped right up, 5 a.m., number 15, Mueller digs in, okay? And here's the narrative. And we're going to go in order, all right? We're going to go in order for the most part. So here's number 15, Mueller digs in, okay? And that's 5 a.m. You'll be able to see down in the lower screen. And this is the narrative that'll set. So at noon today or at 10 a.m., you will have your little 3-minute blurb, okay, on the news. This is what they'll run with regardless if you're on the radio, on the internet. Now, you have pop-ups that come up on your screen on your phone. These are the little narratives that they will run throughout the day. So by the end of the day, you're not paying attention. You're going and doing your 8-hour-a-day job. You're busy. Your wife is texting you about the kids in school. You got to get home to get homework done. You have to get the kids to practice. But through the morning, as you're getting out the door and you get that 10 minutes in, okay, top of the hour, 10 minutes, all right, and then throughout the day, when you get those little 3-minute shots, by the end of the day, you get done, wife or significant other, whoever it may be in this damn world, okay? You say, hey, man, I guess Trump's really in trouble, right? You don't have time to check it out, but by the time the end of the day comes, the narrative is written that Trump's getting ready to resign any minute is what they would lead you to believe. But you have no idea. It's the media. I'm telling you, okay? Propaganda in the media. So at 5 a.m., here's at 5 a.m. also, number 16, okay? There's Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff, number 16, 5 a.m. And they're telling you right first thing this morning, ranking right now, Democrat, this is a ranking Democrat, is saying that Trump may be facing prison time. They're looking and they're trying to set a narrative that Trump may be indicted, arrested the day he leaves the White House. And the day he leaves the White House, who would be the next president? This guy's actually saying in an interview that Trump needs to hope there's a next president that will pardon him. Remember, like Gerald Ford did Nixon. Gerald Ford pardoned Nixon. They're trying to say Trump is in such big trouble. One, when he gets run out of the White House and he leaves, he's going to be indicted. He could go to prison. All right? Seriously, that's what this guy said in an interview. And who will be the president that will, pardon him? Let's go to number 17. All right, now here is the, I think his name's Ayers, we'll get it straight. But here's John Kelly. This is the way they put the picture, okay? Trump in the middle, he's angry, right? There's Chief of Staff Kelly, and there is it Nick Ayers? Now, one of our viewers sent me an article, this was going back almost a month ago, where the ball was rolling that Nick Ayers may be Chief of Staff, okay? And I waited that out. You did not hear this on this show. I did not push Nick Ayers as Chief of Staff. And I know you guys send me articles all the time, and I appreciate it. But I did not push Nick Ayers as Chief of Staff from Georgia that is currently Mike Pence's Vice President's Chief of Staff for a reason, okay? Here's John Kelly, but look at what CNN, the frustration, the aggravation, Chief of Staff search, okay? Number 18. Again, 5 a.m. in the morning. This is what they're going to do. They're going to start this narrative. Now, number 19, okay? Number 19, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That is what CNN at 5 a.m. There's three things they're going to create here. Chaos in the White House with the Chief of Staff, okay? Trump may be indicted as a unindicted co-conspirator. He may go to jail. He may get impeached. And third, Khashoggi, which we have told you over and over, okay? I, for one, don't have time, and I'm not a foreign policy expert, and I get concerned when we get involved in hot spots around the world. But I want to ask you this question when you study, because I know this audience, you go and study, okay? Why are we backing away from Iran? Not backing away, I mean us, but why is the media backing away from the evils of Iran? Okay, the leading sponsor and funds more terrorism than anywhere in the world. Why are we backing away? Why do you never hear the media saying a negative word about Iran anymore? Go research that. Why are they going after Saudi Arabia? Why is the media, you got to ask, these are the questions when you have time to go study, because I'm not a foreign policy expert and I'm actually looking into this myself right now. Why is the media trying to separate Saudi Arabia and the United States? Now, Khashoggi is a journalist, was past tense, a journalist, okay? He was a contributor to the Washington Post, not an employee, a contributor to the Washington Post. He was a citizen of Saudi Arabia, he's not an American citizen. It's not okay to kill this journalist, but he is not a citizen of the United States. He was not an employee of the Washington Post, a contributor. He had resident status here. But what is the rest of the world saying? You do know this guy contributed to the Washington Post and wrote articles in other areas of the world, and they were published. So what is the rest of the world saying? They're saying this is Saudi Arabia's problem. Why is it not Saudi Arabia's problem when it comes to America? Why are we not able to say, hey, this is Saudi Arabia's problem? Now, it's nothing about killing this man and dismembering him in Istanbul, Turkey, at the consulate is okay. But why? Ask yourself why the media is trying to separate Saudi Arabia, okay, and the United States. Now they're trying to separate us. Why? To pull our support back from Yemen. Go look at the map of where Yemen is. Go look at how important that is to the world and how, if we allow Yemen to fall to Iran, what kind of problem we could have. The people in Yemen are saying, hey, America, if you don't support Saudi Arabia in this civil war, if you don't support them, okay, at least support us. If you're going to pull away from them, at least don't pull away from us. The people in Yemen are begging not to. Who are we up against? Iran. Ask all those questions of why Khashoggi, his last words is, I can't breathe. Guess what? I hate to be insensitive, but if you're getting chopped up and you're getting thrown in a box, that's probably your last damn words. I can't breathe, okay? I'm sorry, not being insensitive, but is that news? There was a point Khashoggi couldn't breathe. It usually happens right before you die. We just hear now that he said he couldn't breathe. I don't know. I get really worked up because I don't want to be insensitive, but at the same time, why is that news? I ask you, why is that news this morning? Sorry, Josh, you got a little carried away. This is just the only reason I take these kind of pictures. Number 20 is this is just Trump's. This is right, 5:01 in the morning, 5:01, right out of the box. This is a long list of the giddy and media that's coming on and enjoying it. I mean, I'm telling you, if you watch CNN and if you watch MSNBC and you watch these networks, these people are actually smiling as they report this. Oh, they're enjoying it. Russian investigation, 5:01 in the morning. Trump's new situation, implicated in a crime. Trump's been implicated in a crime. Hell, he's been implicated. We have stacks of proof that Hillary Clinton's not implicated in a crime. She committed a crime. We have what I feel is proof that how many people dropped dead around Bill and Hillary since they've been in Arkansas. Okay? We still have that little situation where Vince Foster was reading in the park and got shot in the back of the head, or shot himself in the back of the head. He went like that. We still, I'm just saying, just saying. I'm just asking the question. GOP anxiety climbs with Trump presidency under threat. How many, they're doing this on purpose to get that GOP jump over to, maybe we need to look into this a little further. Remember, it's the Republicans that gave you the special counsel. Let's go to number 21. These are just some of the things that are put up. Trump and Russia probe what we know. No. Remember, no is the affirmative, okay? No. You don't use no, okay? Remember, go back one more time to number 20. Implicated in a crime. Crime is leading you to believe, when you get those little 2 and 3 minutes snaps at the top of the hour, that a crime did happen. That Trump committed a crime. He's implicated in a crime. That's the affirmative. A crime took a GOP anxiety as Trump presidency under threat. This is what they do. So if you're just driving around there and you only got a couple minutes a day, you think a crime has taken place. Okay? Let's go to 21. Trump Russia probe what we know after latest court filings. What we know, okay? Prosecutors, Trump directly, illegally hush money payments to a woman claiming affairs. November 2015, Trump's lawyers spoke with Russian offering political synergy with campaign. Cohen lied to Congress about involvement on Trump Tower Moscow project. Okay, we know it's not against the law for a business person to say we may build a motel in your country. No laws have been broken. You cannot get a legal scholar. Okay, let's go to number 22. This is Gerard Nadler. Gerard Nadler today is the ranking Democrat member on the House Judiciary Committee. As I've told you, I have said for weeks and weeks and weeks, right? Okay? You need to know right now, especially where I'm coming from in Georgia. All right? I'm broadcasting from LJ, Georgia. In LJ, Georgia, my congressional district is Georgia 9th Congressional District. Who is the congressman of the 9th Congressional District of Georgia? U.S. Congressman Doug Collins is my congressman, okay? But he now steps foot on the national stage because he becomes every Trump supporter's congressman. Okay, we have to put pressure on this congressman because where you see Gerald Nadler right now, he's the ranking member. He turns into the chair of the Judiciary Committee. Okay, Nadler says incoming House Judiciary Chairman Doug Collins will become the ranking member. Trump's new situation implicated in a crime. All right. Number 23, Trump's new situation implicated in a crime. And I'm going to bypass. Let's go. He's from the House side, and he says on State of the Union, he says impeachment's on the table. No, they won't pull it off the table. And you got to understand, impeachment will come through that committee, right? I want to bypass. I want to go to number 25. And this is at 2:02 in the morning. First thing in the morning, Chris Murphy, Senator, Democrat of Connecticut. Trump's new situation, implicated in a crime. There is Murphy, Chris Murphy, saying yes on the Senate side. And number 26, and I'm just showing you these for a reason, of 5 a.m. in the morning. First thing, this is the narrative of the day. Trump's new situation implicated in a crime. There is Mueller and Donald Trump. GOP and anxiety climbs with Trump presidency under threat. Remember, GOP anxiety climbed when they gave the green light for Robert Mueller. So all of you out there that are Republicans, all of you out there that are getting upset with me for taking Republicans to task, remember, Republicans had the Senate, have the Senate still, but had the Senate that day. Republicans had the House that day and the presidency. They're the only ones. Democrats could not bring him. Okay? Democrats could not appoint him. Don't forget it. Okay? That's Republican, all right? Number 27, we'll talk about it when we return. Same thing at 5:03 in the morning. White House Chief of Staff Kelly out at the end of the year, trying to cause turmoil at 5:03, chaos in the White House. So we'll talk about that when we return, and we'll wrap up. And don't forget, at 10 o'clock, it'll be time for Instant Replay with Dave Garner. And I'm for sure they'll talk soccer, so get off my back, all right? Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Okay, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. We got about 10 minutes, so we're going to run through some things. We're going to we left you at number 27, White House Chief of Staff. We'll go there. Number 27, White House Chief of Staff, Kelly, out at the end of the year. John Kelly has done an outstanding job. Outstanding job as Chief of Staff. We will see what is happening. Let's not jump we're not going to jump to conclusions here, okay? Just like the media, John Kelly has given sacrifice. He gave his son. This is a 4-star general. If memory serves me right, John Kelly is a 4-star general. And also he gave his son in battle. John Kelly's son was killed in battle. So we know he has made the ultimate sacrifice to this country, giving his son. He has been in the administration all 2 years. Everybody thinks he's jumping ship. He was the Secretary of Homeland Security for approximately 8 months or whatever. And then for the last 12 months, he'll be Chief of Staff. So he has been in the administration as they're going crazy like he's just leaving for 2 years, okay? So they're implying he doesn't like the president. They don't get along. I will tell you this, maybe they're not best friends, but they do see the same things the same way. I will guarantee that in so many areas. So he is leaving. White House Chief of Staff, number 28, Kelly, out at the end of the year. Leading replacement candidate Nick Ayers drops out of running. You don't know if he did drop out of running. He said he is leaving to come home to Georgia. He has been Chief of Staff for 2 years, I guess, to Vice President Pence. He did not want to stay for another 2 years. The president wanted a 2-year commitment. He wanted a part-time position until the president found somebody. All right. And he is going to come home to Georgia. He's from Georgia. And he's going to take the lead in a pro-Trump super PAC. They're not telling you that, but he is going to push the pro-Trump agenda for 2020. I did not jump on board with this right here a month ago. I want to tell you how much I appreciate everybody out there sending me information and following up on things. I've been watching this, but I didn't want to jump on this one because I felt this was the media pushing us this way. Number 29, as you heard our caller earlier saying they would like to see Representative Meadows now leads chief of staff PAC. All right, chairman of the Hard Right Freedom Caucus is close Trump ally. Now, he is the head of the Freedom Caucus, and we're for sure Jim Jordan or somebody could step in there. And also, he would not have a problem getting his North Carolina seat back in a special election, so it would not be a big loss at this time, but it looks like that. Let's go with MSNBC. I just want to get some of these things out. At 5 a.m., number 31. We're going to be running out of time. We're going to go through these. This is MSNBC. Takeaways from Cohen and Manafort filing. All right. I'll just tell you, they both start. All of the networks start the same way. Same exact way. Tillerson, number 32. Tillerson, Trump is undisciplined, doesn't like to read. Yeah, okay. And Trump said, Tillerson is dumb as a rock. Okay, MSNBC at 4:02 this morning. Let's go to number 33. Takeaways from the Mueller filing. I mean, they are pushing this. Trump directed payments in violation of campaign finance law. Trump involved in Trump Tower Moscow discussions. Trump offered Cohen political synergy in 2015. Russia offered Cohen political synergy in 2015. Cohen coordinated with White House before testimony. Manafort and administration officials had contact in 2018. Number 35, 3:02 in the morning. I'm just trying to show you the narrative. Russia says it was in touch with Trump's campaign during the election. You see, if you would have found out, now we're not talking about Bill Clinton and the rape, okay? If you would have found out that President Trump paid a porn star and a Playboy bunny off 3 weeks before an election, Hillary would be president. So he is a delegitimized president, right? Hillary should be president. It's nonstop, folks. You would not have voted for him. Interesting, okay? Number 39, we're going to jump a couple because I know I'm running out of time. Prosecutors, Trump directed illegal hush money payments during 2016 campaign. You see, they're trying to paint if Cohen would not have made those payments to those, Trump wouldn't be president today. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to tell you he manipulated an election. Number 40, there's Gerard Nadler, Chicago Tribune. House top Democrats raise perspective of impeachment. Jail for Trump. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's Gerard Nadler. And let me just go here. Here's number 43. This is Nick Ayers. That is leaving number 43. This is his tweet trying to get through everything. Thank you, real Donald Trump and Vice President Pence, and my great colleagues for the honor to serve our nation at the White House. I will be departing at the end of the year, but I will work with Make America Great Again team to advance the cause in Georgia. So that's it. And number 44, Pence chief of staff errors won't be next chief of staff, okay? In the White House, let's go to 45, get Trump's comment on that. I am in the process of interviewing some really great people for the position of White House chief of staff. Fake news has been saying with certainty it was Nick Ayers, not me, with certainty. I never said with certainty, okay? A spectacular person who will always be with our MAGA agenda, Make America Great Again agenda. I will be making a decision soon. Number 46 is the MSNBC list of possible White House Chief of Staff candidates. They love to do this. Let's go to 47. Comey suggests Trump could be a co-conspirator. Leaking James Comey as President of the United States must have set a record for who lied the most to Congress in one day. His Friday testimony was so untruthful. This whole deal is a rigged fraud headed up by dishonest people, Republicans too, Mr. President, who would do anything so that I could not become president. They are now exposed, okay? See if I've got any others. Here's number 53. Let's go to 53. Folks, we have till the 21st. We're going to have another Chuck and Nancy meeting. Chuck and Nancy will be meeting with the president. The 21st is the can that we kick down the road for the maybe shutting the government down. The president wants $5 billion for his wall. We want a wall. Here's number 54. Put that up. 8-month-old boy pushed under the border wall. Look at that right there. And he's pushed under the border wall. You know, the interesting thing is, let's go to number 63. All right. Now, there's the dad giving the baby a little milk. Here's a little something to eat. And there's number 63 pushing him under the wall. Under it. Okay? We need a wall they can't push people under to get into this country illegal. Okay? And that, and you notice, if you notice, they are there. They've got the pictures. They got the camera ready. They take pictures of that. Interesting. So the 21st is the day that we're looking at to shut the government down concerning border security. And here we go. Let's go to number 61. GOP Mark Harris would wholeheartedly support new election in North Carolina 9th District. We have a 9th District election there. And I just want to show you all the ones on MSNBC. They are smiling. They could not wait to get to work this morning. Number 56 is Trump facing growing legal peril in Russian probe. You know, here's the only thing. I'll say this in a funny type way. Little too much probing going on here. Little too much probing. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. It is Monday. Okay, Monday. Can't wait to, we will let you know. Go to fetchernews.com, Fannin County. We will keep you up on a daily basis on any possible new developments in the McKinney murder case up in Fannin County. We'll get you all the updates on that. I'm gonna take a brief break, but when we come back, it's going to be time for Instant Replay with Dave Garner, and Dave Garner will be with Michael McKay. That's for sure. They're going to talk soccer. You need to go now and find our Team FYN Sports Facebook page and get ready for 10 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. Instant Replay. North Georgia's only live #1 sports show. I think I'm done, Josh. I think I'm ready to go. I'm packed and ready. I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow morning, folks.